Hello and welcome back to the Witch's Brew podcast. I am your host, Amanda, and today we are talking about some witchy fiction novels. One of the things that I wanted to do this postpartum period, which I am currently coming out of, was spend less time on my phone. Or watching TV, especially because I have a toddler and a lot of the TV we watch throughout the day is kind of catered to him. And there's only so many times that I can watch the same episodes over and over again before I go insane. So I used to be an avid reader, especially in grade school through college and even early into my teaching career. And I don't know what happened, but I just one day couldn't get into the books that I was trying to read, and I just stopped. And I didn't pick up a book for recreation for a very long time. So far this year, 2026, I've read 15 books. So not all of them are witchy fiction related. I would love to do an episode just on regular book recommendations. I read a lot of fantasy and I read a lot of romance. I feel like we have a decent spread here. I have 3 books to kind of share with you today. I do have one that I didn't finish, and I'm still contemplating whether or not I'm going to show that one or go into much detail. I think I probably will. There's only one book that I've started since September that I haven't finished. I guess we'll do that right now just to get that one out of the way. And that's Small Town Big Magic by Hazel Beck. And I feel like this one had a lot of promise. It's a woman who turns out she lives in a town of witches. And she didn't know that she had these abilities until, of course, one day something happens. And she finds out that she was actually like going to school to train, and then she did not pass her witch's test. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people would probably like this book. I'm going to say this and be honest because I know she does not listen to this. The main character reminded me too much of my mom, and I just couldn't finish it. So sorry, Mom, if you ever do watch this, which I don't think you will. But yeah, I just couldn't do it. Let's get on to the books that I did finish. So next we're going to talk about Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellefleur. All right, this is a mix of Bridget Jones's Diary and Pride and Prejudice. The Pride and Prejudice is like what really got me. It's one of my favorite classics. This is a sapphic romance. One of the women is an actuary and the other one is an astrologer, and this is very much like a worlds collide kind of book. Enemies to lovers, there's fake dating in here. This was so charming. I really enjoyed this. I flew through it pretty quickly. I think one of these ones that I have in this stack is what I picked up after I decided not to finish Small Town Big Magic. But this one was it was so lovely. It was funny. It was sweet. It is a little spicy. So like, if you don't like open door romances, there is a way that like you could skip past those parts if like this is really interesting to you, but you don't want the spicy bits. There is a way that you can skip past this. But if you don't want any spicy stuff, actually, you might as well just kind of stop listening to the podcast episode because all 3 books have some spicy, some spicy stuff in them. But it's so good. They meet on a blind date. It goes horribly wrong. They decide to get into a fake relationship to appease relatives. It was fantastic. Again, this is written in the stars by Alexandria Bellefleur. Highly recommend. Next, we have, I guess we'll do the Honey Witch. I didn't realize until right now, 2 of the 3 books are sapphic romances. This is another one, Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. This was so whimsical. And this is a historical, like, whimsical, cozy sapphic romance. This is about a woman who gets whisked off one day with her grandmother to train in her honey magic to take over, like, the family legacy and kind of the family business, honestly. What I really liked about this is, well, I should say what I really liked about this magic system is that there was kind of a yin and yang. So there was the Honey Witch, and then like the yang to that was the Ash Witch. Honey Witch got their magic from bees and honey, and the author goes into how they did some of these processes, as well as like some of the spells and the remedies that they make. You get to meet some of the clients that come in. This is found family as well. A little bit of forbidden romance in there. There is, like I said, there are some spicy bits. There is one scene that is pretty graphic. It didn't turn me off to like the whole thing. It was a little gruesome though. I don't remember what I rated this. I think I rated this like 4 out of 5 stars. It was very sweet. I loved how whimsical and cozy it was. The conflict with the Ash Witch, like, I feel like it didn't take up a lot of space in this book. It was more along the lines of following the found family and the romance that unfolded. This is also like a Grumpy Sunshine romance as well. We have one more that I have with me, and then we have one more that I don't have with me because I lent it out. But the next one is The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. This is by Sangu Mondana. I hope I said that right. I probably did not. This is another cozy, whimsical, witchy romance-ish Grumpy Sunshine novel. This is mostly about a woman who, as a girl, lost most of her magic, and as an adult is trying to find it again. I really, really love how the author describes magic in this novel, how everyone experiences it differently. For our main character, she sees it as like stars in the sky, and when she was a kid, she had like whole galaxies up like in her magic when she closed her eyes, and now she can only see like specks of stars. And she is as the title implies, she's an innkeeper at a magical inn where you can only find it if you are in need of it and not if you are looking for it. There is a whole host of whimsical characters in this. There is a talking fox that is actually a cursed witch. There is also a dead, oh, not dead, but like a reanimated, formerly dead rooster. There is a knight, and there are two elderly women who there's also a sweet romance between. Um, it also has very good representation of autism as well. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought this was just such a comfy, cozy, whimsical read. It was perfect for fall. This takes place in between like fall and into winter. Highly recommend. I think I rated this like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And the last book that I do not have with me is Wayward by Emily Hart. I have this book out on loan to my mom and my aunt. I've also recommended it to a bunch of different people. And this story is so wonderfully done. There are some romance aspects, but that's really not the point of this. This is a novel that follows 3 witches from the same familial line and their stories. So one, I don't remember the exact timelines. I know one is like early 1800s. One is like late 1800s, early 1900s, and one is like 2015. So almost present day. And it follows them on each of their journeys as they find their own power, as they call their power back to them, and as they really grow into their own. This book was so wonderfully done. There's also this mystery that weaves throughout, and as one story unfolds, so does the rest. And I just felt like this was so well done, and how the 3 stories were so interconnected, and themes of family and family ties. I will say there are trigger warnings in this book about miscarriage, abortion, and rape. So please be mindful while you are reading. Overall, though, honestly, this book was so wonderfully and beautifully done. I highly recommend it to pretty much anyone. The magic system in this is all done through plants and their companions. One is a crow, and some are like insects as well. And the way that this family works with the land and works with the plants and animals is just truly lovely. There are some gruesome scenes, so again, be mindful, but highly recommend. I think I rated that like 5 out of 5 stars. And as soon as I finished it, I immediately gave it to my mom to read, to also share with my aunt. So that is all of the books that I have to review for you today. Like I said, I have read a lot, a lot of books between September and now the end of February. So if you would like more book recommendations, even if they're non-witchy, I will gladly give them to you. So thank you so much for tuning in or watching, listening, however you are consuming this. And I will see you again next time. Bye.